Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to sort your customers into a 50/50 A/B test in MySQL. So much of being a data analyst is measuring A/B groups against each other. So today I'm going to show you how to take your customers from an online business and sort them into a control group and a test group that are equally sized in a 50/50 A/B test. What we will be doing is we will be recreating this analysis behind me to prove to you that the methodology we use today to sort your customers into one of two groups worked. As you can see, roughly 50% of customers were sorted into the control group and the other 50% in the test group. So let's head over to MySQL together and do this. Okay, so the very first thing is inside your relational database, you need to select a SQL table that has all of your customers, so both active and inactive customers. So what that means is you want to use maybe an installs table or a SQL table that has all life-to-date customers. You don't want to do or use a logins table because that's only going to have recently active customers. And you won't be sorting inactive customers into one of the two groups. You want to sort all customers regardless of their recency or activity with your business into one of two groups. And the reason why is because during the A/B test, you may successfully reactivate a really old user, and thus when they engage with your business, they need to have a control or test assignment associated with them. So that's the very first thing. The next thing is you must be able to, or you must have a way to uniquely identify a customer or a guest, and that unique identifier must be completely numeric. So in this demo business, we have the customer ID field. And what this does is it uniquely identifies a person with a numeric sequence of numbers, the customer ID, right here. And the reason why is the way we're going to sort these customers into one of the two groups, either test or control, is using the mod function. So what the mod function does is it takes a numeric value like the customer ID and it does a division by a number and returns the remainder. So with any type of A/B testing, the first thing you need to do if you're assigning customers via mod is understand how many equal size groups will there be in this test. So in our 50/50 A/B test that we're working on currently, we have two groups that are equally sized, 50% in the treatment, 50% in the control. Because there are two groups, we're going to use mod 2. So if we were running another test where we had 4 equally sized groups, maybe one control and then 3 different test groups or variants, then we would use mod 4. And in that situation, the remainder would be either 0, 1, 2, or 3. And in mod 2, our current example, we will have one of two remainder values, 0 or 1. So one thing that really confuses people about using mod to assign customers to groups or A/B groups is the remainder values. So for example, if we take mod 3, we would have 0, 1, or 2 returned as possible remainders. 3 would not be a possible remainder because 3 is divisible by 3 and the remainder would be 0. So if we return to our current example, mod 2 will output 0 or 1. And what we're going to do is if the value is 0, the customer will be assigned to the control group. And if the value is 1, the customer will be assigned to the treatment group. So let's do that together now. So we want the customer ID. And because in this test scenario we have 2 groups that are going to be equally sized, we're going to do mod 2. So we'll do mod customer ID 2. And then the output, or the possible remainder values after a division with 2, is going to be either 0 or 1. So here's what we can do now. Case when the remainder equals 0, then control group. Else test group. And then we can end our case statement. And we can call this column our AB group. Let me show you that this worked on the customer level. And here it is. We have this first customer that got assigned into the control group. This customer right here got assigned into the test group, etc., etc. So now let's aggregate this and summarize this data a little bit so we can see it and understand it a little better. Let's call this subselect AB. Now we're going to do a count of customers by AB group. So we will do AB, customer ID, do a count distinct here. And then let's add our group by. Gonna add a semicolon here. And then this is our full query. Now let's run this. Okay, great. So this is a count of customers per group, control group and test group. So let's take this over to Excel now. Alright, so here we are in Excel. We have 49,745 customers that got sorted into our control group, 50,253 in our test group, with 50% of the total number of customers in each group when rounded. So here, I can show you what I mean by that. 49.7% in the control group, 50.3% in the test group. So let's create that chart. I need to go in here and I need to switch the row and column. And then let me add a combo, put the percent of total customers on a different axis. And then I want these values to start from 0 so that we reduce kind of the volatility and the noise. Cool, here we are. So today we learned how to use mod and MySQL to successfully sort 50% of our customers into the control and 50% into the treatment group to basically successfully set up an A/B test. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, and I will be posting the practice files to the description in 2 separate links. Thank you very much for joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Thank you.